Before we start coding our bar chart library, we are going to do two things. First, we'll create a file where we will specify parameters that will be passed to this component, and then we are going to modify example page where we will add some components so we can change those parameters. Let's create now a file named index.d.ts. In this file, we will import React from React and we'll export declare class bar chart that will extend React component, and we'll receive bar chart props. Alright, now let's specify bar chart props. It will be interface bar chart props. First thing that we are going to pass will be bars. Bars will be array of bar. Let's specify interface for bar, export interface bar. So our bar will have label, and this is not required parameters. For example, we can have bar chart without labels. So label will be optional parameter, and this is of type string. And we also have items. Item, it will be array of item. And interface for item. Export interface item. And what we'll have in item is value, and it will be number, and color. It will be string. Also, we will have in our bar chart props bar width. It will be width of our bar. It will be number, bar space, also number, and we'll have index of center bar. So it will be center bar index. It will be number. On bar select, it will be a function, so we'll pass center bar index. It will be number, and return void, and we'll have boolean param select center bar on scroll. Center bar on scroll, it will be boolean. And the last parameter here is show scroll boolean. Oh, and we also going to add one more parameter, and it will be them. And this will be let's create interface them. Alright, and let's create interface them. So here we'll pass basically styles for our bar charts, and there will be few of them. We'll have main color is string, and scroller background color, it will be also string, and actually we'll have label font size. Very few of them, and it will be enough for us. Oh, label font size it will be number. Alright. You may mention when you're using some React library is that when you type parameters with code auto suggest you them, and this is because this file will be contained in final directory that will publish to npm, and not to do this we need to edit our package.json file. First let's add typings and it will be passed to our index.ts, index.d.ts, and also we need to add it here. So when we run npm publish, our file with dampings will be also deployed. Now let's go to an example. Let's open app.js, and here we're going to make container for our bar charts and also make components that would allow us to trigger this parameter. So let's start by creating class, since we need state here, React component. Alright, and here we'll have constructor. And let's specify bars number. We will allow user to select number of bars with labels. Will allow a user of the library to trigger show labels or not. And let's specify state for this component. Center bar index will be undefined. Start bar width, let's make it 35. Bar space 8. Bars number, bars with labels, and for now we will have bars empty, and show scroll will be true, and select center bar on scroll also true. Alright, now we are able to create render method. So what we will have in render? We will have our page, so return page. Here we'll create a wrapper, and wrapper around our library, around our bar chart wrapper. And we need to create styles for our wrapper. Yeah. And let's make them. Const wrapper. Alright. Let's make height 60 width 8 percentages, 20 pixels, box shadow. Let's copy paste one of the box shadows. We're going to use this. Alright, border radius. So we'll have a nice container, and display flex, align items, center, justify contents also center. And let's make a media creators if user is in phone. We make it wider. Let's specify this number, and in this case we'll have 100 width and box shadow now. Alright, we have wrapper. Now let's put our bar chart here. inside of wrapper bar chart, and we need to pass some params in bar chart, and it will be bars that we are going to take from state const equal to this dot state. I receive bars from state, also bar width, also will receive bar space, and center bar index. We need to pass select center bar and scroll, bars with labels, and show scroll. Alright, let's pass parameters bars, bar width, and bar space, center bar index, and on bar select we are going to make this center bar index, and will set state center bar index. Alright, select center bar and scroll, just pass variable, and show scroll the same way, show scroll. Alright, we have our bar chart, and below we will place panel to manage all these parameters. So we'll have panel component, and what we'll have in panel. Let's create panel, const panel, style it div, and let's copy this and back shadow, and border radius the same. Display flags and a flag direction column. And it's not the best practice to copy paste, so let's create const, let's call this container. So let's create a container. It's equal style.div, and let's move those styles here. And now we actually can make something like this, style it, and wrap around styled container, and we have these styles. And now we can remove also from here these parameters, and like this, and style it container. Alright, we have panel and nothing here for now. So let's see how it looks actually. Let's run pm start, move to example, pm start, oh, I forgot to export. Let's write export default, bars with labels. Oh, we don't need it. Alright, and we have something like this. So here will be our bar chart, and here will be our parameters. And we're going to install Material UI library in our example project. So we want to write our own switch and slider, and we need this component in order to change such params such as for example, show scroll not is like boolean param, and slider in order to change parameters such as bar space. Yeah, so let's install material UI here in our example project, and payment style. Let's just save. Now we're ready to use them right here. So in our panel, we'll place two rows, one for Boolean parameters and one for parameters which we will use, will specify with slider. So let's create panel row component, and so it will be styled div, and here we'll have width 100 percentages, 100 percentages, as in 20 pixels. Box shadow, we won't use here box shadow, and let's specify, oh pardon, we don't need this actually. We'll specify display flex direction row, flex wrap, and justify content space round. And we'll have two panel rows. Panel row 1 and another one here. Alright, and we'll have in panel row parameters. So let's create common container for both Boolean and range parameters. Let's call it param container. So this styled .div, and it will be have padding 10 pixels, margin 10 pixels, display flex, border radius 5 pixels, and border 1 pixel solid gold, height, and width. Alright, param container, and let's extend this parameter for both bool param, styled param container, styled param container, and for bool we'll have flex direction row, align items center, justify content space between. And for range param it will also extend param container, so it will be styled param container, and here flex direction column, justify content space around. And we'll have 3 for bool params and 3 for range params. So let's here create bool param and repeat this here, and in also let's create range param 3 times. We have our bar chart and we have those containers. Alright, now let's create those parameters. Alright, let's start with bool parameters, and we're going to use here switch from material UI. So let's create first param, and let's write styles for param first. It will be just simple text, so it will be just styled h4 and color white. Alright, param, and our first param will be select center bar on scroll here, and second will be param for bars with labels, and third one will be show scroll or not. Show scroll. Alright, let's place here switch, and let's first import it from material UI. Import from material UI core switch, and let's place it here. So we'll create a switch. Alright, and checked. This will be select center bar on scroll. On change, we'll have this set state select center bar on scroll, and when user toggles this parameter, we will change value. So we will have new select center bar on scroll. Here, let's copy paste this switch, and second param is for labels. So here will be bars with labels, and the same approach here, bars with labels, and like this, and here for scroll. So show scroll. All right. So bars with labels. Let's take this from state, and so actually we have those parameters, and now let's make range parameters. Let's place sliders here, and the same way as with bool params, we have param component and start, and first we will have bar width, and here let's specify bar space, and bars number. Bars number. And let's check. Oh, we need to take it from state. Bars number. Alright, and let's place slider here. Slider. And actually we need to import slider from material UI. Import from material UI lab, and it will be slider, So here, slider, and value will be bar width min 5, max, let's make bar width maximum 300. Step 1, and on change callback looks like this. So I usually specify parameters that I don't need, like with underscore, like I don't care about this parameter. And second, we'll receive value bar space, bar width, actually first bar width, and we just simply this set state bar width. All right, the same thing with bar space, here, and the same thing with bars number. Yeah, let's copy paste and specify bars number, and let's allow user to make 0. So now let's take a look how it looks here. Oh, so we can actually change value. All right, very cool.